Hey guys, alright, so I didn't know how to really start this, so I think we're just gonna try and dive in. Um, One second. Okay, so I had a paper somewhere around here that had like all of my Kindle books, like my Kindle Unlimited books, that I was gonna include into my book stacks for the readathons I'm a part of, but I can't find it. So that'll be a different video. This video is all about what I got from the library. Except for blind date with the book. Blind date with the book happened on Friday the 11th. However, we're not gonna unbox or reveal, unwrap the books that I picked up for that until Monday on Valentine's Day. I thought that'd be a kind of little cute thing since it's called Blind Date with a book. So, there is going to be a little bit of a talk about movies, and there's going to be a little bit of talk about books I picked up that were on display. There's a series I'm starting. I have a couple free items from the library because they have a free section that you can just grab and go. Another thing that I want to be starting is, this is just like a little library update. This is the free libraries around town and stuff. I want to start going to those couple times a month and showing you what I found in them. I think we have like 3 or maybe 4 in town, but I would have to walk, and I'm waiting for the weather to get a lot nicer so I can walk. Now, the beauty of it is I actually did walk yesterday. I walked a lot yesterday, actually, to the point that my lungs and my body hurt really bad. But that's besides the point. I'm going to stop rambling and we'll get into the free stuff. So, as you guys know, if you watched my reorganize my bookshelves with me, which is right back there, I do have a set of CDs and stuff that I still have. However, I found this one for free and I couldn't pass it up. It is the All American Rejects. Move Along, and this is one of my favorite albums by them, actually. And there's also a UK bonus track on here. So, Dirty Little Secret's one of my favorites. Move Along's a favorite of mine. It Ends Tonight is another good one. Change Your Mind's a really good one too. So I'm really happy to have this. And then I did get a book, and this does not count as buying a book because I did not give any money for it. This is just something I thought was really pretty. It was different, you know. It's called The Treachery of Beautiful Things by Ruth Francis Long. And it looks like this. So, really, really pretty. Beautiful cover. I didn't even look at the synopsis. I just picked it up based on the cover. It was so cute. This is used, obviously, but it's something moved amid the trees, floating like a dream, something made of leaves and bark, root and branch, but not. Tom, she whispered. At the sound of her voice, it turned, twisting around on itself, quicker than a cat, to peer at her with very bright eyes. Leaves and thorns tangled where hair should have been. Bark and moss made up the body. Every part of it was composed of living things, of elements of the forest and the trees. It lurched forward, heading straight for the tree line, for her. So I have no idea what this is about still, but it sounds really great. The cover's gorgeous. Alright, next up we have 2 DVDs here. We have Chronicles of a Serial Killer, which I think I've already rented before, but I never got to watch it, so we'll try it again. So they fixed it. And then this one is actually on my Letterboxd watch list and my Netflix watch list, I think, or maybe Hulu. But it came to the library, so it's come true. It's not rated. No idea what it's about, but what was her name? Spooky Astronauts on here on YouTube actually does her letterboxed videos that she watches for the month. Oh, that one is horrible. Sorry. Those videos that she does for the month, and Come True was on there, and she gave it like I think like 3.5, 4.5 stars, something like that. So really excited for that. So it's gonna be like a really small haul. I got three, four books and an audiobook. We'll talk about some of them. The first one I have is called The Reader. It just looked gorgeous. No idea again what it's about. It was on display, and you know me and those display books. And it's from the Oprah's Book Club. It's from Bernard Schlink, translated from the German by Carol Brown Janeway. So it was in German and now it's not. Let's see what it says on the inside together. Already an acclaimed and best-selling work of fiction in Europe, currently being translated into 14 different languages worldwide, The Reader is both a literary surprise and a moral challenge, a riveting, provocative, and deeply moving novel about a young boy's erotic awakening and a passionate, clandestine love affair with an older woman, and what happens to them both when the secrets in her past are revealed. And that's all I'm going to read about it. It just sounds really good, actually. Years later, as a law student observing a trial in Germany, Michael is shocked to realize that the person in the dock is Hannah. The woman he had loved so passionately is a criminal. Much about her behavior during the trial makes no sense, but then suddenly and terribly it does. Hannah is not only obliged to answer for a horrible crime, she is also desperately concealing an even deeper secret. And then the past erupts into the present. Germany's past itself. Michael must accept that he will never be free of either of them. So Germany or Donna. So that sounds really good, actually. I don't know how long it is, what the setup of it is. Picked it up on a whim. Now, this next one. You guys know I love B.A. Paris. Okay. I read a sample of The Therapist by B.A. Paris. My library got the freaking book. I am so excited. I saw it because we have this wall where it's like hot commodity items right now at the library. I saw it and I beeline straight to it and picked it up and said, "You are mine. You are coming home with me, and I am reading you. I don't care if I'm reading like 2 or 3 different B.A. Paris books right now, and I've already only read 2 of them, and I have 2 other ones that are in my stacks. I'm reading this. I don't care how long it takes me or anything. This sample was so good. So good. So, says you're going to need to talk to someone. A delicious web of lies. Nothing is deadlier than discretion. Alice and Leo have just moved in together to a gorgeous gated community in London. But when Alice tries to get to know their new neighbor, she discovers a devastating, grisly secret about her new home and begins to feel a strong connection with Nina, the therapist who lived there before. Alice becomes obsessed with trying to piece together what happened, but none of her new neighbors want to talk about it. Soon it becomes clear to Alice that things are not at all as they seem. It's B.A. Paris returns to her heartland of gripping psychological suspense and this powerful tale of a house that holds the keys to a dark hidden truth. So basically, you're going into their therapy sessions, which is absolutely amazing because, you know, that stuff's kind of supposed to be confidential. But it's a B.A. Paris, author of Behind Closed Doors, which all B.A. Paris books are unputdownable in my opinion. So I had to pick it up. I know, I always say that about stuff, but I'm so serious. But it goes from like the past to the present also, which I really love. And it is from last year, but yeah. And then the last book that I got before we talk about the series I'm starting is Trick Yourself to Sleep, 222 Ways to Fall and Stay Asleep from the Science of Slumber by Kim Jones. This was a trending book. This is just to help me try and get like a deeper, better sleep without having to take a sleep aid pill. So This one says, poor sleep can wreak havoc on your waking life, leaving you grumpy and unwell. But when you're staring at the ceiling, counting sheep, worried that sleep may never come, what can you do? Well, trick yourself to sleep with 222 simple strategies and creative tips, all scientifically backed. Cover up clocks, stop stressing over every restless minute. Eat 2 kiwis. Their folates and antioxidants aid sleep. Stick out your tongue. This releases tension in the jaw. Try a weighted blanket. It's like giving your nervous system a hug. That is very true. It works after about 2 hours to be lay there, but I also don't like the dark, so make a list and then set those to-dos aside until tomorrow. It's an informative and easy to understand. This is a great book for the sleep deprived. Lisa Artis, The Sleep Council. So this is like The Experiment, New York, because every book is a test on new ideas, but I needed to figure something out for my sleeping patterns, so I saw that on the display for trending, and I picked it up. All right, so now we're going to talk about one of my favorite authors, and that is James Patterson. Now, I have a Woman's Murder Club novel, book 1, which is First to Die. This was where B.A. Paris, the therapist, was on that wall there. But instead of having a book up there, it has a list. And however, I needed to know the list. In the Women's Murder Club series, there are 24 books. Okay, that's just as bad as the Jesse Hunt series by Blake Pierce, which I'm also working on. But that's besides this video. So the themes in this series are suspense, law enforcement, mystery, romantic suspense, thriller, private investigator, amateur sleuth, police procedural, crime, women sleuths, police, lawmen, FBI agents. Okay, the first book was released March of 2001, which I believe is this one. The latest book is May of 2022. So he is still making books. I have the first one. It goes First to Die, Second Chance, Third Degree, 4th of July, The Fifth Horseman. Oh, I'm missing 6. Totally cut 6 off. Okay, that's okay. We'll just figure it's like the 6th something. 7th Heaven, The Eighth Confession, The Ninth Judgment, 10th Anniversary, 11th Hour, 12th of Never, Unlucky 13, 14th Deadly Sin, 15th Affair. There's a little novella in between the 15th and the 16th, and it's called The Trial. The 16th is The 16th Seduction. Then there's between 16 and 17, there's another novella called The Medical Examiner. The 17th Suspect, and the 18th is missing as well. It's okay. The 19th, oh, weird. The 19th Christmas, the 20th Victim, 21st Birthday, and 22 Seconds. So I'm missing 20, I'm missing, 6, 18, 23, and 24. For the, because I had them print this off for me. And it is a work of fiction, by the way. So, yeah, I asked them to copy this off for me so I knew what books were where and when. And they said also the cool thing, too, is on the spines, some of his series will have, like, Women's Murder Club series, book 1, and then book 2. It's a thriller, obviously. When is James Patterson not a thriller or a suspense or a mystery? So, yeah, that is the little tidbit I was going to tell you about. But this is the very first book in the Women's Murder Club novel. So, we're going to start that, and we're going to try and make it through this year, at least 1 or 2 of his series. Now, with that being said, the last book I have for you is an audiobook, and it's called First Case, and Chris Tebbets. It's unabridged, read by Brittany Presley. It is about 7.5 hours long on 6 CDs. But when I was looking this one up, I didn't see it as part of a series. So I don't know if it's the only one in its series. I think this is the one that like knocked off all of his series books, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. But that is the gist of my actually pretty small, very proud of myself. It's a pretty small library haul. 5 books and 2 movies. And we're starting a James Patterson series. And we also have a book in there that is a self-help book to help us with our sleeping. So I think that's a pretty good haul for the most part. And I really hope that I can get to these soon. I still have 12 books in the stack and 8 that I'm working on. I did, however, get 2 of my reviews done for I did, however, get 2 of my reviews done for NetGalley. So I have My Date from Hell by Gwenda Bond that comes out in March? No, April. April. That one's done. And then The Rumor Game that comes out the end of this month, beginning of March, I believe, completed as well. So there is that. And then I picked up a couple more because I forgot that I asked for approval for them, and they gave it to me, and now I have a lot to still do. I am also still, if you want to follow me on Goodreads or anything like that, Goodreads, Storygraph, all of that fun stuff, I will put it down in the description below, my links and stuff, if I can figure that out. If not, just, go to Storygraph and look up my name. But I am doing on Storygraph, I am doing Bookstones of the Month, which is where you match the color of anything on the cover of the book to the birthstone of the month. Unless it's your birth month, then you can choose whatever color you want. It's a wild card for your birth month birthstone, if that makes any sense. But I am doing my own readathon for this year, which is really actually exciting. So my mom helped me with it. But I'm working on so many readathons right now. I'm going to be picking up another book if I can find it. Like I said, I'm working on like 8 books, so. But I'm going to stop rambling, and I hope that you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next one. And bye!